Greetings. It's another day in paradise. Today's episode is going to be my 5 new stocks added to my $10,000 portfolio. So I finally reached it. As you can see, I hit my first 10,000, and pretty much this was a difficult episode to put together because now I have new mic, but without the stand. So pretty much I'm just learning, adding as I go, instead of like waiting till I have everything and then going. It's like by the time that the other pieces get here, I'll have perfected the craft. So I just noticed that was like an old the way like we were brought. I don't know if a lot of you guys are brought up that way, but it's just like a way of thinking, like you change it, and that's what I had to do. I had to change that way, old school, outdated program that was in my mind, and pretty much update it. And I've just noticed now, like I go through my mind updating programs that I've learned in the past, which ones are like gems, and then which ones are like, okay, this one has to go, and replace it with a and update it. Go through everything in your life and find solutions for it. I mean, that's what I'm learning. I mean, and I have to give thanks to Robinhood. Like, it taught me pretty much. I mean, it got that itch out of me finally, because I'm since small business was my thing. Like, I loved entrepreneur was already. Oh, I was sweating it. I remember that I had to, to make money. I grew up with a family of 5. I have 4 sisters, me being the eldest. That's a whole nother story. My life story is crazy, but I'll get into that in the future. But I pretty much learned how to cut grass. Well, first you have to knock, and you got to talk to complete strangers. First you got to assess the yard. You got to be like, okay, yeah, that yard needs cutting. Shit. You don't go to somebody's house that the grass is cut. Like, I had to, this is, even though it might sound like silly or something that that doesn't need to be said, but you go through everything. So it's just better just to understand it. So I went and knocked on doors in the summer and in the winter. In the summer, I knock on doors, going for grasses that needed cut. So those are my customers. It's just like now I'm starting to bring my mind back into business because I'm a military veteran, so I kind of got brainwashed to being pretty much like a sacrificial lamb, for the government, for the red, white, and blue. So, but now I'm changing it back to when I was a kid, because it was in my blood. Like, it brings the joy, just the commerce. It's just something about commerce and logistics I go crazy about. But okay. So, let me set the timer, because I'm doing 10 minutes. So that's something new too. I'm doing 10 minutes. I'm pretty much just want to show you guys my 5 new stocks. I got 10,000. As you can see, it's Sunday, so the market's closed. I go to the all, because all I'm concerned about is that number right there. So 8%. So pretty much my whole portfolio is 8%. Currently over here, I hold cryptocurrencies. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cryptocurrencies, and a majority of my position in crypto is just $10. It's just to test out the market. Nothing more, nothing less. This is money that I probably would have spent, going out, in everyday life, just on something, because I'm like, oh, I don't have nothing going on. Here's $10. Jumbo juice is my spot now. I'm starting to get into the leaf greeny. That's another episode, because I get into health too. I like everything about life. And this is just a part of it. It's like, I feel like now like an octopus almost, because it's just like different. You're like the head, and you just got 8, you're touching everything, and it's kind of like my center is growing. So I got cryptocurrency. I have 113 stocks or assets, ranging from 1,000 all the way down to three. I got 300, 200, 100s, 80s, 40s, 30s, 20s, nines, twos, and then like 47 cents is the last one. So, and then I got watch lists. I like these because these are all high. I'm definitely gonna buy all these in these watch lists. I just like watching them. So it's a nice little family in there, I should say. But I got 113 assets. You see all these are shares. If you see the twos, those are pretty much what Robinhood, the free stocks if somebody signs up. Because when I first signed in, I had a craze, and I had a little audience, but I don't know, my mind kind of went in another direction instead of like how investors invest in the market now. Like I learned elementary, I learned everything. Shout out to everybody on YouTube that's in this space. There's so many of them, but that pretty much I built my confidence off of their episodes and videos, and pretty much their courage to get on there and broadcast. So I mean, that's a whole nother, that's another episode. So yeah, that's the 113. My strategy, I buy with 100%. The way I purchase stocks, I purchase 60% stocks. Those are in two categories. You got the slow growth with dividends. Those are like McDonald's, 3M, and then you have the fast valuation growth with no dividends, and those are all your FANGs, your Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, Apple. What's the last one? FANG, and then Google. So, and then the remaining 40, the 30%, in those, that percentage of my income goes into index funds, and the three biggest that I invest in are iShares, SPDR, and then you have Vanguard. And then from that, I break them down even further, where I go into, I'm buying currency, the 5 currency ETFs, and the 5 biggest currency ETFs are, you have the euro, the British pound, the dollar, the Japanese yen, and then you have the new addition is the Chinese the yuan renminbi. So those 5, there's ETFs for that under the index funds. This is fun. Like once you really understand the basics, it starts to get even fun investing, and that's how I'm learning how to invest, just pretty much in the world and sectors. So after the currency ETF is precious metals ETFs. Now this is I'm gonna get back to this precious metals because I got a little surprise for you guys to show you what made me, when I started investing and looking at precious metal ETFs, I started to, it just drove me deeper into like, why don't you own the actual like physical? So I got a little surprise to show you. I just want to run through all these, but get back to that. Save that for last. And then I have buyback ETFs. That's something new. And then bonds ETFs. So pretty much these categories, I'm learning to go even deeper into index funds. And then lastly is the remaining 10%. So that puts me at 90. The remaining 10%, so at 100, is REITs. And those are pretty much real estate investment trusts. And those pay out monthly dividends. And I just have a different strategy where, because most index funds and stocks, they pay quarterly, so every 3 months. As in REITs, they pay monthly. So what I try to do is, before I hit every 3 months in a year, I like to have my months 1 and 2 pretty juicy with REITs, so I can invest those and buy companies while I'm waiting on that 3rd month, because the 3rd month is pretty much, I look out because that's the big payday for me, the 3 months. But now I'm learning to strategize where I'm building my months 1 and 2 with REITs. So that's why I allocated 10% for that strategy. Okay, so let's get into it. The 5 stocks that I've added is, let's go to the first one. This is the PowerShares DB US dollar index bearish fund. 104 people own. I'm gonna start going through it quickly on here because just 10 minutes is allotted. So 104 people own it. I bought in at $21. Pretty much, it's still the same. Hasn't gone anywhere. About UND tracks the changes in value of the euro, Swiss franc, Japanese yen, British pound, Swedish krona, and Canadian dollar relative to the US dollar. Market cap 32.92 million. Dividend yield 0. So, excuse me. I pretty much got that for that. This is the currency ETFs I was talking about. So this is my first currency ETF that I purchased. So that's in the portfolio. Okay, the second new asset added. As you can see, 1,413 people own 1-800-Flowers. So as you know, Mother's Days is coming up. Man, my tongue is doing something weird right now. I think because the octopus analogy. Yeah. So Mother's Day is coming up on the 12th. So I'm thinking I'm gonna send my mom some flowers to 1-800, my own the company I got shares in. It'd be something different, surprise. She won't even notice it. So I'm gonna do that. And I wonder if they do international. So the current price for 1-800-Flowers is about $20. I bought in at $18, so I'm up about $2. Little background information about 1-800-Flowers.com. Incorporated engages in the provision of gifts of all celebratory occasion. It operates in 3 segments: consumer floral, gourmet food, and gift baskets and BloomNet wire service. The consumer floral segment comprises the operation of the company's flagship brand 1-800-Flowers.com, celebrations and fine stationery.com. The gourmet food and gift basket segment consists the operations of Fannie Mae confections brands, Cheryl's, the Popcorn Factory, Stockyards.com, Design Pack, and 1-800-Baskets. The BloomNet wire services segment includes the operation of BloomNet Technologies, BloomNet Products, and NAPCO. The company was founded by James F. McCann in 1976 and is headquartered in Carly Place, New York. The current CEO is Christopher G. McCann. Employees 4,785. Headquarters Carly Place, New York. Founded in 1976. Market cap $1.32 billion. PE ratio 40.05. Dividend yield 0. Buy 67%. Hold 33%. Sell 0%. I pretty much look at all the numbers, and that's how I have the intuition and knowledge to purchase assets. So this is the second asset added to my portfolio. The third asset added is Telenor. Let's go to the 5-year. 23 people own it on Robinhood. Current market price $20. I bought in about $20, so it's about the same. About Telenor ASA engages in the provision of telecommunication, data, and media services. Its products and services include mobile communication, fixed line communication, and broadcasting activities. It operates through the following segments: Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Hungary, Bulgaria, Montenegro, and Serbia, DTAC Thailand, Digga Malaysia, Grameen Phone Bangladesh, Pakistan, Myanmar Broadcast, and other units. The company was founded in 1855 and is headquartered in Fornebu, Norway. So, current CEO is Sajev Bricky. Employees not listed. Headquarters Fornebu. That was Norway. Founded in 1855. So that's why I grabbed it, to be honest. He's had history and then pretty much serving all those other countries, and get the feel of owning a telecommunications company that's been around since 1855. Market cap 28.39 billion. PE ratio 20.48. Dividend yield 0. Buy 23%, hold 64%, sell 14%. So it's still the same. Okay, the fourth new asset added is Tanger factory outlet centers. A little background on this asset. I was raised in Georgia, and there's a Tanger factory outlet that I used to always go to before we used to go into Atlanta. For those of you from Atlanta, that's they know Tanger was our pretty much luxuriously, me growing up in the woods, the country, and the boonies, what they used to call it, the sticks. This was our paradise. So 3,296 people own Tanger factory outlet on Robinhood. Current price is $18. I bought at $20, so I'm down about $2. About Tanger factory outlet centers, also called Tanger Factory Outlet Centers, is fully integrated, self-administered, and self-managed real estate investment trust. It focuses on developing, acquiring, owning, operating, and managing outlet shopping centers. The company was founded by Stanley K. Tanger in 1981 and is headquartered in Greensboro, North Carolina. Current CEO is Stephen B. Tanger. Employees 643. Headquarters Greensboro, North Carolina. Founded in 1981. Market cap 1.74 billion. PE ratio 41.43. Dividend yield 6.85. We'll see how that turns out. So I just bought it. So that's one of my assets has a dividend. Those are nice. When you get those. Buy 10%, hold 40%, sell 50%. So, with these real estates paying monthly like that, those sales is going to be high. That's what I've been noticing with REITs. So, and that's why I just been buying a share of REITs to see which one. I read the numbers, but REITs is a whole different animal to me, I think, because, it having different rules aside from actual stocks where they have, they play along the same lines as stocks, but they pay out differently, and there's other regulations to it that I don't know off the top of my head. So that's Tanger, and plus, it's just something. This is more like, okay, the reason why my style of buying assets like this is it comes from my childhood. I played Monopoly. I was an entrepreneur. I was knocking on doors, asking for services like grass cut in the summer, wintertime, shoveling snow. Then I got into cards, selling baseball cards, football cards, basketball cards. Soccer, no, not really. Those were the three big ones. And that concept now in Monopoly, that's how I play with these assets. Like if I land on an asset, if I got it, I'm gonna buy it. So to stack up. Why wait? Just like in the game of Monopoly, my strategy, when I land on something, I buy it, and I build up little by little the houses. That's all it is. That's the game, the wealth, and a lot of people don't. It's such a simple formula that I followed, so that's what I'm on, and I'm loving it, and I'm feeling childlike. It's just making. It's making this seem fun, like a game to me. Because I grew up with Nintendo, so now I treat this like it's a game. And then now it's just once you understand one thing, it's gonna give you the confidence to get into the next thing. The fifth new asset is, and this is a precious metals asset. It's Pan American Silver. American Silver, $12. 1,136 people own it on Robinhood. I bought it at $13, so I'm down now by $1.35. But this is an interesting precious metal asset that I own now. About Pan American Silver Corp engages in the exploration, development, extraction, processing, refining, and reclamation of mineral properties. It owns and operates silver mines located in Peru, Mexico, Argentina, and Bolivia. The company was founded by Ross J. Betty and John J. Wright in April 1994 and is headquartered in Vancouver, Canada. The current CEO is Michael Steinman. Employees 4,530. Headquarters Vancouver, British Columbia. Founded in 1994. Market cap 1.84 billion. PE ratio 165.79. That's extremely high. So, I mean, pretty much, as you can see, I bought it at I'm buying these assets, even though those PE ratios, I don't, they're part of the equation on how I purchase. But with this particular asset, since it's my first actual precious metal asset that's engaged in silver, so dividend yield 0.96, buy 50%, hold 42%, sell 8%. So I just call I pretty much I analyze everything. But no, this is definitely, I mean, the plus is, to me, is it's what do you call it? It's precious metals. And then get into precious metals, I'm gonna show you how I built up my confidence. Okay. This is a gold bar that I purchased from, as you can see, 10 troy ounces. So pretty much this is, and I bought this, I think, like $200-300. I have to look at it again, but, and it's pretty heavy for this. So I started, once I built my confidence with that, then I moved it up to this. This is 1 ounce. So the other one was 10 troy ounces. This is just 1 ounce, so it's much lighter. And this one is a platinum bar. I got a good deal on this one from it. Let me show you. You guys see that? I paid like 800 and like I got it for like 833, but with shipping, this one was a little I got taxed on it, but it was like $70 more. So it came out to about 950. So I paid a little bit over, but its value where it hit its peak was like 1,700. So that ain't nothing. I'll show you the charts on it, but yeah, that's pretty much that. And that was my second highest. Like I made my jump from 300 with that 10 ounce to 800 with that one platinum bar. So now I'm jumping to 1 troy ounce of gold. But gold is between 12 and 13. So I'm definitely want to try to get in at 12. But definitely, since these are my purchases, my strategy, I purchase these with my with credit that I have. And then I pay down monthly for these bars through credit. So I put, instead of my credit just sitting there, make it do work. So, and that's what it's there. It's a tool for us. A lot of people don't see it as that. If in the beginning, yeah, I want to live. I don't want to live without, without credit. But right now, like, I'm still building. So that's why I see credit as, if you have access to it, build yourself in the right way. If you're doing stupid shit like you going out partying, eating like shit that you're not supposed to, not staying focused on on what you need to do, it's all gonna wither. That's what I learned. That's why I'm focused on everything I do, and doing this show today, building my confidence back up, because for the longest I've been caught up. I'm a student at the Academy of Art University, and I got 2 weeks left. So the 21st is the last day. I'll be flying out to South America on the 22nd. So I'll be out there for 3 months and then see how it goes, because I'm in a voc rehab program with the VA. So if I'm on academic probation, so if I don't hit the GPA where I'm supposed to, passing, then with this program that I'm in, I have to for one semester I won't be able to go, but the following semester I'll be able to go again. So I mean, it's an interesting program. I'm still in it and I'm learning. So right now I'm a film student. So the first time I'm setting up this mic right here, I have a Yamaha MG10XU, pretty much the amp for this. And then I got it connected to the laptop. So I'm learning. These are things that I'm learning as I'm learning about business, and this is just teaching me, like, okay, to me, I see it as confidence. Like, um, I got, I haven't, it hasn't went over, but I'm at my 10,000 mark. I'm at my 10,000 mark. I hit it. And then once like I hit it. Now it's like you just want to keep adding to it. It's like you're building. So now I'm like, okay, 20,000's my next number. So now I gotta be like, and it's giving me more confidence, even with this equipment that I'm on, and doing these shows and being myself. I think that's key. So then I gotta learn how to. I'm learning the editing. So I got an intro and outro, but I want to implement more of, like, pretty much my concepts of where, if you follow these concepts, it'll make your life so much easier. You'll be able to get ahead instead of like what the game everybody else is playing. I'm playing a whole different game. I saw this game when I was in South Korea. Like, in South Korea, they're already a day ahead. So everything I was doing there, the thinking wise, I was already, for 3 years, I was thinking about what I was going to do when I came back here, because I already knew how it is here. It's slower. It runs way slower. They're like, they're like the innovators. They're thinking of new things to do, like, versus us. We're on something just two different worlds. But I like pretty much, I go to all these countries and I take the best out of each, and I say, okay, those are the cons, the bad things, and okay, I could do without those. But pretty much that's how I build myself. Even with these concepts of learning, I'm building myself that way. I'm adding solutions. So those were the 5. At the last minute with my dividends, I bought another REIT, Global Self Storage, for the current price is about $4. 309 people own this stock on Robinhood. I bought in about $4, so about the same. About Global Self Storage Incorporated common stock, also called Global Self Storage, is a real estate investment trust which operates through its wholly owned subsidiaries. It engages in the ownership, operation, and management of self-storage facilities. The company was founded on September 1st, 1983, and is headquartered in New York City, New York. Current CEO, Mark Campbell Windmill. Employees, 28. Headquarters, New York City, New York. Founded in 1983. Market cap, 26.54 million. PE ratio, 46.13. Dividend yield, 6.63. So I bought this with my dividends. So I'm playing a whole different game than, there's this drip system. You can buy more of the same. I'm doing something totally. I'm playing monopoly, for global monopoly. Utilities, transportation, home improvement. Like, I broke the sectors in the market into, I have 60 now, 60 sectors. And you can understand them like 1, 2, 3. You got all these companies, they're under the water sector. All these companies under the corn sector. All these companies in the coffee sector. All these companies in the technology sector. All these companies pharmaceutical. All these companies index funds. I break them down where you can see the clarity. And once you can see the clarity and you get the power and you get the knowledge, then you'll be able to see the way I'm seeing. You can see it all. I feel like I got the sword of Omen. Give me sight beyond sight. So until next time. Oh, leave a comment. Do something. Leave a like. Alexa, smile.
Sure. I smile all the time.